I've been collecting records for the last 10 years, but I really got serious about collecting a few years ago. My tastes have changed over the last decade, and I've noticed that there's a lot of records I'm not really reaching for anymore. I decided to clear some of those out and drop them at a local record shop. I've never actually gotten rid of any of my records before, so it feels a little strange letting some of these go, even when I know I'm not listening to them anymore. But it's definitely freeing getting rid of things and making space for something new.
Wow. Unacceptable.
I used to walk here almost daily when I was working in an office nearby just to flip through the bins for a while. There are a ton of record stores in Chicago, but I keep finding my way back to Reckless. We are riding south on Clinton right now, and this stretch gets a lot of bike traffic during the week. Pretty much every turn in has a bridge that takes you into the loop. It's too late for coffee today, but there are a lot of great coffee shops and cafes in the loop. We'll visit some of them in future videos, I'm sure. I randomly ran into my friend Joey and his dog Peach here.
He has an obsession with AirPods.
He loves the AirPods.
Yeah.
Big fan of music, this one. What's his name?
Peach.
Peach.
Mr. Peach.
Mr. Peach. Good boy, Peach. Good boy. Later, dude.
See ya.
It wouldn't be a Dust in the Wind video if we didn't pet a dog.
There goes Peach.
After saying my goodbyes to Joey and Peach, it was time to continue towards the record shop. The loop's probably at its busiest around this time. It's the end of the workday and people are heading off in every direction, hopping into and out of cars and climbing the stairs up to the L. Happy hour specials are pulling people off of the sidewalk and into the bars and restaurants to try and keep them downtown a little longer. It's actually a lot easier riding through the loop when it's like this. When everything's stop and go and bumper to bumper like this, it's a breeze to just zip past. I always wonder what drivers are thinking when they get passed by a mountain bike from 1990 with drop bars and all kinds of trinkets hanging off of it.
Yeah.
We made it to Reckless just as the rain started. Perfect timing. Reckless recently moved into this space directly under the L tracks. You can hear the train rolling overhead every few minutes, but they keep the music loud enough that you hardly ever notice it. I've always appreciated record stores, even before I started collecting. I love just coming in and seeing what I can find. When you stumble across a gem in the wild, it feels really special. You don't really get that feeling when searching for something online and just clicking a button. There's always a few other people doing the same thing in here too. Everyone keeping to themselves mostly, but sharing the space. Sometimes you connect with someone over the shared appreciation of a band or an album. If you've got a record collection, I'd be curious what you keep coming back to, or any records you've picked up recently. Are there any releases you're looking forward to? Let us know down in the comments. Riding in the loop during golden hour feels almost cinematic. It's easy to settle into a rhythm and just ride. At this time of day, it feels a little calmer riding back towards West Town. The people we saw scrambling around earlier are tucked away in the bars and restaurants of the loop, or out at home somewhere in their neighborhoods. The downtown rush for today has mostly come to a close. It feels pretty good finally getting rid of that stack of records I've been holding on to, and my bike is a lot lighter now that I've cleared my basket out. I've been putting that off for a while, and it's nice to finally be able to check it off of my spring cleaning checklist. It's one of those things that doesn't take that long to do, but still somehow gets pushed off for weeks. I had a pretty good idea of what I was going to bring in, but there were a few that I went back and forth on before heading out. I didn't take any records home today, not because I didn't like anything I saw, but I just don't want to rush into filling my record shelf back up so soon. I did get some ideas for next time though, and a decent check in exchange for the 20 or so records I sold. It's kind of nice leaving that little extra space instead of rushing to grab something new for once. I'll probably give it a little time before I start adding to the collection again. Maybe we'll stop in at some other record shops around town in a future video and do some digging. Thanks for riding with me again. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you on the next one.